So I've launched my career clarity readings and super excited to chat with those who have already booked. If you haven't booked already, I have an early bird pricing for the month of August, only for the month of August, and there's limited slots available. So check the show notes if you want to book and you need some help with your career. Choosing the next job, maybe you're changing industries, maybe starting a business. I would love to be able to help you feel more confident and more excited about your next steps. And so I thought it would be really helpful to kind of explain what a reading is like. If you've never done an intuitive reading before, you might be like, I have no idea what she's talking about. I'm feeling a little bit scared. I also felt a little bit scared my first time. So that's completely normal, but know that it's a really, really fun experience. And you just get a lot of supportive information. And if it ever doesn't feel supportive, then it's not coming from a place that serves your highest good, and it's probably not a good indicator of working with that person. It's just not the right vibe for you. But readings can come in the form of astrology, Reiki, which is energy healing, a combination of modalities. It could be tarot, oracle, and so I have a combination of energy reading, astrology, as well as an oracle card pull. And what you can expect from a reading is you don't need to prep at all. Nothing is required from you other than being open and being open to receiving the information and the insights that are meant for you in this moment in time. Just show up. And what I do is I will read your energy before the call. So I spend around 30 minutes, sometimes a little bit more, just, kind of tapping into how you're feeling, what's coming up for you in your timeline, things that I think you need to focus on, just anything that deals with your career and your professional development. And sometimes, actually, a lot of times, we also kind of dive into your personal life, because your personal and professional life are housed in the same body. And if you are having a difficult time personally, that is totally going to affect your professional life, your career. So sometimes I've spoken to people about, significant others that may be getting in their way, or they need to kind of feel more confident in sharing what they're doing next with their significant other. Sometimes it's people that need to heal like mother wounds or father wounds. It could be like a friendship that hasn't served this person well. It just could be a myriad of things, but there's always a bit of personal splashed in as well. So I read your energy, and how I read the energy is go through the chakras, the energy centers of your body. We have 7 energy centers in our body that deal with different things in our lives. And when one is kind of like imbalanced, you'll kind of feel it. So as an example, the crown chakra, that's like the last one at the top of your head, is related to how you feel spiritually, how connected you are to the universe, to a higher power, God, your higher self, etc. And this is usually indicated by the color purple or a white light. And if you're feeling very isolated and disconnected and lost and a little anxious, then it's kind of like a little imbalanced. And if you're too much, like, maybe going into the spirit world and talking to your spirit guides a little too much, it's kind of like overactive or underactive, just some sort of imbalance. So I go through all the chakras, see what messages are there for you. And then I also incorporate some astrology in North Node, South Node, your triad, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Really the key things that have helped me figure out, what I'm meant to do in my life, my soul's purpose, my soul's contract. And then we have a conversation. So we will, clarify anything from the energy reading. Maybe you have some specific questions. Maybe I will ask you some questions because, when I prepped for the call and went through your energy centers, I'm like, this doesn't really make much sense. Or, I want to know more about this. Tell me more about this. And it's just always amazing what kind of comes up. And, with each reading that I do, it's further evidence that, we are just all so connected to one another. And if we're willing to open ourselves to someone else, to a community, each person's energy is so important, not only obviously to the individual, but to the greater collective as well. So to be kind to yourself and to be kind to others is paramount. Okay, so we have a conversation, and then I will end with an oracle card pull that will serve as your mantra for the coming weeks and the coming months, something to kind of like guide you in your journey forward, almost kind of like a thing that you can hold on to well after our reading. And so those are the major parts of the reading. See, nothing to be scared about. It lasts for about an hour, and I prep for about 30 minutes beforehand. So really you're getting 90 minutes of information and insights and channeling. And this is something that I never thought I would be doing, but it brings me so much joy to share this information with you and to give you a boost in confidence, in excitement, and whatever you need in taking those next steps forward. So if this feels like a good fit for you, or maybe you know someone who needs this in their life, forward this podcast episode to them. Send the link to get on the waitlist, which also has some really good insights on how to get clear in your career as you kind of wait for a reading with me, or you don't feel like now is the right time. There's a bit of something for you, so you can receive a little bit of guidance from me. And so, yeah, I can't wait to connect with you if you've booked a reading, and if you're going to book a reading, yay, I can't wait to meet you. And if you have any questions, please let me know. But this is kind of the reading style that I have. I combine multiple modalities. Some people like to choose one. I wanted to choose many, and I wanted to come from a place of empowerment and a place of just feeling and just confident. And that's why my readings don't really contain anything like predictive. It's more of an open conversation, me sharing some information, you asking some question, I will ask some questions, so that you leave with your energy shifted in alignment with where it's supposed to be. So I can't wait to do a reading for you. And this is a bonus episode, so I'll have a couple more bonus episodes until I launch season 2, which is all about spirituality, Saturn return, and how to create a business when you are spiritual. And oh, that reminds me. So anyone who signs up for a career clarity reading also gets a free membership, a complimentary membership to this new community that I'm creating that will be officially launched in September, called the Saturn Return Club. The Saturn Return Club is going to be a wonderfully supportive place for all of us to come together who may be going through their Saturn return, so something that happens in your late 20s, mid 50s, and mid 80s, where Saturn checks in with you to make sure that you are on your path and you're on your purpose and you're fulfilling your soul's contract. So really responsible for your career, this planet is. And so it's not just for those going through the Saturn return, but really anyone kind of wanting more clarity about, their profession, their job path, and all of that. And there will be lots of workshops, resources, and fun perks and freebies in this club. And this club is only accessible if you book a reading through me. So that's another bonus, which I don't know anyone who offers something like that after a reading, but I thought that it would be something really nice to include and kind of rebuild my digital community, because I did have a monthly membership before that kind of had lots of events, and I ended it like late spring of this year because it was just getting to be too much work. But I know that I do want to create a community again. And so this is the next iteration of that. All right, that's all I have for you today. I hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, whenever you're listening to this episode. Bye now.